Hi, and welcome to Jack at the Movies. I'm your host, Jack Heim, and today we are continuing our look into the world of James Bond with For Your Eyes Only, Roger Moore's fifth outing in the role of 007, and the beginning of a new decade of the 1980s. Albert R. Broccoli, who was the sole producer now after Spy Who Loved Me and Moonraker, was now looking for new talent to breathe life into the franchise, and he started looking inside the internal of the company. His stepson, Michael G. Wilson, who would become one of the writers on this film with Richard Maybaum for this film, decided to bring elements back for this film from Fleming books. But after the success of Moonraker in '79, they thought they were going a little bit too far-fetched, too much comic book type of movie. So they wanted to go back to the roots and go back to Fleming. So they contacted Richard Maybaum to come back and write a script. And during it, they brought Michael G. Wilson in because he and Dick, they were both good friends. He had known him early on when they started doing the franchise in the 60s. And later, he decided to start writing. So this would be the beginning of a five-movie deal with both of them working together from the 1980s with each of these films. And so Broccoli was still in the producer's chair, but they didn't know who was going to direct it. So during it, they upped second unit director and editor John Glenn, who had been an editor and second unit director on other James Bond films, including On Her Majesty's Secret Service, The Spy Who Loved Me, and Moonraker, to director for this film. So this is his directorial debut movie in the James Bond franchise. But we're going to focus on one of my favorite moments in the film, one of them, which is the pre-credit sequence, which happens after the iconic gun barrel. And I don't want to spoil the whole movie, but this movie is great. They took elements from both of two short stories, For Your Eyes Only and Risico, for it. And Roger signed on because he had returned because Cubby and him, they didn't know if Moonraker would be his last film. And when John Glenn was doing this was his first movie, so he said, maybe I'll do one more film. And so he decided to return for one last film. So this was going to originally be his final film as Agent 007. But we're going to focus on one of my favorite moments in the film, which goes back to some Fleming elements, and some elements from this would actually return in other Bond films. Not the whole sequence, but one element would return in another film. But here, the footage here is not owned by me. It's owned by MGM, United Artists, Eon Productions, Dan Jack, and Amazon. So here we go with the For Your Eyes Only pre-credit sequence. Let's roll it! This is supposed to be shot at a cemetery. It was actually shot near the golf course where they had shot Goldfinger in the film. And it's shot supposed to be on the anniversary of Bond's marriage, which, if you've read Fleming or if seen the film On Her Majesty's Secret Service, Bond got married in 1969. So this film is any Bond fan, if they wanted to do a double feature, one of them said, what if we could do On Her Majesty's Secret Service and For Your Eyes Only? So some people said, why not that? Because it touches on Bond's marriage. It shows him a bit older than when he was a young agent. So this is him in his early 50s at the time. Whoa! This element of the chopper going down and Bond experiencing it near the River Thames would actually be reused and as a tribute to For Your Eyes Only in 2015's Spectre.
Good afternoon, Mr. Bond.
Blofeld.
Don't concern yourself with the pilot. One of my less useful people. You flying remote control airways.
This area would be shot near the gas and factory in London, which has also been used in the film Full Metal Jacket from director Stanley Kubrick, doubling for Vietnam. Whoa!
Being twice 007, it's a long way down.
Yeah, it is. I would be scared of that height to be outside the helicopter. I love that Bond's using the seatbelt to hold himself out there for a bit, and then he's grabbing onto one of the areas trying to get up to where the pilot's chair is and unhook the pilot and try to take over. Whoa!
I've looked forward to this moment, Mr. Bond.
The reason that they would also choose both these two films is because Blofeld is still where Blofeld was in Our Majesty's Secret Service at the end. He still has the neck brace after he's branched off. So it's not him from Diamonds. So he's still bald, so it's supposed to be like Telly Savalas' Blofeld. For some of this, Martin Grace doubled for Roger Moore in the film because Roger didn't actually do that. That's actually a stuntman. So this is real. No CGI.
Really? Have you not
Respect for the dead.
Goodbye, Mr. Bond. I trust you had a pleasant fright.
For some of this, they actually used a miniature for that exterior, so to put the chopper in there, and also when it comes out.
You're fading from my picture, Mr. Bond. But the end cannot be far away.
Yeah! Better start making a move for it, Blofeld. Blofeld was doubled by John Hollius, who was in that.
We can do a deal.
I'd buy you a delicatessen. Oh my god, that is funny. I'm actually laughing at that line. That is still funny by today's standard. It's a funny line. It's a funny, great mafioso line. Okay, keep your hair on.
Put me down! Put me down!
Oh, you want to get off?
Mr. Bond!
Happy anniversary. It's a great sequence. It's a great pre-title sequence, and the happy anniversary thing I said, it's from the comic, from the official comic that was done by Stan Lee back in 1981, which was done on this film, on the movie, and it was done as a 2-issue thing, and it had a great poster on the front. It's one of my favorite Bond comics that I've read from the 80s, and it's a great retelling of the movie. It has a few things a little bit different than the official film. I do recommend, if you don't own it, get it on Amazon. If you get it, it's a great comic. But this also is a great moment to say that this was a F.U. to Kevin McClory, because he thought he created Blofeld. We'll be back again with some more moments from For Your Eyes Only. So until next time, the name's Hun. Jack Eye. So long for now.